I'm sure you're aware of the Kanye tweets by now. All the anti-Semitic, racist, homophobic, just wild stuff he's been saying for the past 12-ish hours. And just think about what I just said, 12-ish hours. I seen somebody say they went to sleep and he was still tweeting. Now, it's going to be a minute before I show the tweets, but you can see a preview right there of some of the stuff that he said. And also, the fans are pretty much reacting like, okay, I can't defend him anymore. It's over. Like, I can't keep defending this nut, this absolute nut. And I'm going to talk for a little bit because I can't put some of the stuff that I'm going to put on the screen at the very top of the video. I got to give it some buffer time because he said some wild stuff and I know they will demonetize this video so quick, like so fast. So got to let this build up. But the question I have before we get into it, and I'm going to ask this at the end as well, to all you Kanye defenders, you people who have been defending Kanye for years, what do you have to say to this? What is the excuse for this? Y'all can only keep saying, oh man, but his mom passed. Like, matter of fact, that's over, bro. This nigga mom been dead for close to 20 years, bro. For like 17 years, his mom has been gone. Y'all can't keep using that as an excuse for his behavior. Not for this long. Not for this long, and not for stuff this brazen that he wasn't even doing when the morning was fresh. He wasn't even doing this type of stuff within the first 5 years of his mom being gone. And we talking about 17 of them things. So with that, I don't want to waste any more time. I'm going to start putting the tweets on the screen, but I got to let you know I'm not reading any of them out loud for the most part, because they are pretty wild. I'm going to allude to some of what's in some of them, but you can see them on the screen right now. Right now it's 7:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this was 28 minutes ago as far as this one. I stopped when I seen 11 hours ago as far as some of the latest tweets and things of that nature. These are some of the more recent tweets. And what you have to notice is something very big, and he mentions it in one of the tweets on here. Bully. He mentioned Bully. He has an album dropping called Bully. Here he has, a tweet mentioning that, he used to be woke. The last one was saying that he brought some offensive words back that'll get you fired from any job, anywhere, even a bar. But, a lot of what he's doing, just anti-Semitism, racism, just a lot, like misogyny, just everything, bro. He is just doing a smorgasbord of anti-everything. Anti-everything. Now, this is where I get into my personal standard programming. Because let me tell you something. I have not rocked with Kanye for close to a decade. Close to a decade. It's been definitely like 8 years, somewhere in that ballpark. And it was after he said slavery was a choice. It was after he said, Harriet Tubman really didn't free the slaves. It wasn't after that, but it was a sentiment that was similar to the first one that made me quadruple down on not supporting him or rocking with him. It's after he tried to go and do his Chicago tour after that, like, okay, now I'm back to black people. It's after all the MAGA stuff. Like, so it's been a lot that he has done that has made me not rock with him. So this is ideology that I've had about him for quite a while. You ready? Kanye is an absolute attention whore. No, it is not because his mom passed. No, it is not because he didn't take his Prozac or whatever medication he's supposed to be on. He is fully aware of what he is doing, and he is deliberately doing it to garner attention. A lot of the time that he does these things, it is for a rollout. And guess what? He has an album dropping right now. So it's a rollout for Bully. That's what these tweets are. That's what it is. He just mentioned as well the sales like quadrupled 300% or whatever. He said that in one of the tweets. You could go back and find it. But that shows you that's what he cares about. He cares about getting money. He cares about attention. But I think he cares about attention more than getting money, if I'm being honest. I think Kanye is a very, or at least was, a very great producer. I'll even go further and say he was a good rapper and just great artist overall as far as just being a creative visionary from fashion to actual art, et cetera, et cetera. The Dropout Bear, all that stuff, just even the shoes, like just everything. So he's a great artist. So if you want to call him a genius in that regard, I don't have a problem with that. The problem is, and even then, the genius shit is debatable on the music tip. I'm not going to lie. I could get into that, but I'm not. But the issue that a lot of people have is that they conflate artistic genius with intellectual genius. That's what they do. So they will see Kanye doing this shit for attention. It's this attention whore shit. And they, being that he's a genius, is a narrative that he created and people bought into. And you even see me buying into it to some extent, just not musically, which we're not going to get into. I love his music, though. We're not going to get into that. Since they buy into him being an artistic genius, they think it carries over to intellect. And when he's doing this attention whore shit, being that they look at him as a genius, they try to over intellectualize what he's doing. They try to find a way to interpret it to make it smarter than what he was actually saying or what he actually knows or what he actually means. And I witnessed this firsthand with the slavery as a choice shit. You have all these people, even some scholarly people, coming out and trying to, well, he didn't, and this is what Kanye meant, and they start going to the moon and the stars with this shit, to places Kanye can't go, because when they put a fucking mic in front of Kanye, which I'm so thankful for, when they put a mic in front of Kanye's face with a camera and asked him what he meant, he said some fucking stupid shit that didn't line up with what everybody was saying as far as all the excusing that they did. So it proved my theory correct. What people do is they hear him say some dumb shit. They have such a high bias towards him that they try to intellectualize it to a level Kanye isn't capable of intellectualizing it himself. And they try to interpret it in a favorable way instead of taking it at face value. And those people are full of shit. I have an example for you with something that happened recently. And I got this clip from Curtis King. And I want to be clear, Curtis just seen this on Instagram and he's regurgitating it. This is not his belief.
On Torre and King Green's platform, Rap Latte, talking about a theory that I saw where somebody said, well, possibly having his wife out there, who is a Caucasian woman, naked in front of all these, powerful white men, was him making a statement about, how black bodies were sold in slavery. Not my theory, but a theory that was presented to me via an Instagram page that I couldn't find, unfortunately.
Now, I said it before, and he said it himself as well. That is not his belief or theory or anything like that. So he just put it out there because he's seen it on Instagram. So he regurgitated it. So I want to be clear when it comes to this. There is none of this that I'm about to say goes towards Curtis at all. I would never disrespect this cat. Just want to be clear on that because I really fuck with his content, fuck with him. But that is some really stupid fucking shit. That's really like when you really think about it, it's really some stupid fucking shit. But people try to first off, it's never that deep with this nigga. When it comes to Kanye, it's never that deep. It's never that deep. And the slavery is a choice, when they put the mic in front of his face afterwards and asked him what he meant, him saying what he meant proved everybody who tried to over intellectualize it wrong. Kanye does not have depth like that to think, okay, I'm going for the slaves of the past. I'm going to have my wife be naked in front of everybody. Like, look, if that's how you want to feel about it, that's how you could feel. But if you're trying to paint a picture like that's where he's coming from, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. What I look at it as is, again, He's an attention whore. The history of him paints that picture. The history of him paints that picture. If you think anything that he's done in the pet, bruh, the nigga did Jesus grifting, bruh. He did religion grifting. He went full gospel mode for an album and then turned around straight away from that, never went back. How does that not show you the character of that man? How does that not show you the character of that man? So listen, I'm going to keep it very simple. When it comes to him having his wife stripped booty butt naked down to the bone, he doesn't like the Grammys. Let's start there. Let's go back and just look at the activity. You know, he was at the VMAs, drunk as F, well over 10 years, probably like 15-ish years ago or more. He was grabbing his girl's butt and all types of stuff that regular people don't do when they go to these events. You're not going to see anybody else gripping up anybody's cheeks that looks like Amber Rose. You know, as far as any of these top tier famous figures, you're not going to see any of them doing the stuff Kanye was doing 15 years ago with Amber Rose. This is just an evolution of his character and who he is. He went from gripping on butt on the red carpet, like really getting a good cuff on that butt, to bitch, strip, drop that shit. Drop that whole shit. Now, if you want to label that, you could say that he likes to have sexual dominance over a woman, even though he didn't do shit in this clip. You could say he loves validation through his women. You could say that. You could say a few things. But when you look at this whole slavery shit, you're trying to connect it to something that it has no connection to. You're reaching out to thin it like it doesn't even make sense. Has anything out of his mouth in the past 5 years or even with this incident, like, does it align with the, him trying to fucking, get revenge for the slaves? No. The craziest shit, this is the craziest thing. The fact that you think, like, when it comes to the whole, like, pro-black community and stuff like that, they get on people so much for dating white women and stuff like that. When you look at somebody that is actually dating damn near exclusively outside of his race, do you think that he actually gives a fuck about anything black when he is fucking with them? And I'm not talking about just in general, does he care about anything black? But when he is shoving cock inside of these women, do you think he is thinking about Moesha or fucking, Sea Moss jail or like, do you think he's thinking about dashikis and Kunta Kinte? Like, do you think he is thinking about supporting black business while he is getting white pussy? No, that's preposterous because most people, I would love to think that most black men, you could even throw women out there or whatever, that divest and date people outside of their race, specifically white people. Most of them don't have any air quote woke agenda or any pro-black agenda in reference to fucking with them. I get that was a joke on like, don't be a menace, but that's not a real thing. Niggas is not out here trying to get revenge through, fucking marrying a white woman and letting her have access to your resources. That's not what's going on. Well, people are fucking stupid. So with that being said, that's all this shit is. He needs some attention. And the antics he's been doing lately, because he just had an interview with what's that boy named? Justin LeBoy. He just did the, drop it, bitch. He just did that shit. And now he's tweeting crazy. So being that all that is going on within the same week time frame, within the same 7 days, yeah, he's trying to get the attention machine, the media machine, the Twitter machine, everything. He's trying to get everything circulating around him for his financial benefit. And this is where you motherfuckers lose me, man. Because, like, yeah, I mean, y'all been lost me. Like, with all of this shit, y'all been lost me. But y'all lose me when This nigga will be quiet for a whole year, a whole 12 months. This nigga will be quiet. This nigga will be playing in the background. You'll see a clip or two of him. You'll see him walking down the street in some fucking horrible clothing, looking like a bum, looking sad. And then y'all be like, oh, ever since his mom died, man, his mom been dead for a long time. For a long time. Rest in peace to her. No disrespect there, but what I'm saying is, y'all got to stop using that as an excuse for what he got going on, or even for when you see him looking down and shit. You don't think you don't think the Adidas shit did anything to him mentally? Y'all don't. Me trying to open up this nigga's mental health catalog, that's not even the point that I'm trying to get to. The point that I'm trying to get to is this nigga knows how to shut the fuck up. This nigga knows how to chill the fuck out. This nigga knows how to lay low. This nigga knows how to, stay out the camera, out the limelight, off the scenes and stuff like that. He knows. He absolutely knows, and he does it. When he was getting head from the same woman, his wife, on a boat, and it got mean for like some months, he didn't come out and just start ranting and like, oh, let me drop an album right now. Like, if memory serves me correct, he was pretty chill. That year he was pretty chill. So when we get to all this, Hitler, like, bruh, he wants attention right now at this moment. It's very calculated. The rest of the year, the rest of the time when he doesn't have anything going on, he knows how to put a leash on it. He knows how to shut the fuck up. He knows how to stay away from cameras. So with that being said, we done today, man. Like, let's go back before I end to my default mode to where it's like you understand where I come from when it comes to everything Kanye. I don't support him because he is a grifting motherfucker. He is a grifting motherfucker. And when it comes to him, he will do anything for attention when he wants attention. But the issue is what he does for attention is very disruptive stuff, very disrespectful stuff, things that stir up a lot of conversation. And the reason in real life, before I even started doing this media channel shit, the reason I don't talk about him or go into depth or like support his music or anything like that is because that is the goal. That is his goal. You have to remember, I only been doing this channel for like probably a year and a half, possibly two at this point. And yeah, I haven't been fucking with him way before I was doing this channel. So I don't talk about him. Like, I don't try to have conversations with people about him when this shit come up. Me and my people, we overlooked that, bro. Like, y'all could talk about that. But being that I got this channel, I just wanted to give you a piece of my mind when it comes to that.